Costumes were played replicating the ones worn in centuries past. Here is national champion Tamar Emissary and 15-year-old Michaela Taylor in Arabian native costume in the show ring. The costume horses are shown in a walk, a canter, and a hand gallop. They are judged on their beauty, quality of gaits, brilliance, and their costume. Tamar Emissary is a national champion. English pleasure horse has many national and regional awards in native costume, English pleasure, park horse, and pleasure driving. This talented and beautiful horse is ridden today by 15-year-old Michaela, who shows the horse in junior classes. She's been riding for 10 years and has won many awards on this gelding. Thank you, Michaela, for showing us this beautiful native costume horse champion, Tamar Emissary, from High Hopes Farm in Sadieville, Kentucky. Coming into the ring today in traditional Halter attire is multi-champion Patriot V with Lori Henderson and Justin Breezen. Just Breezen.
This morning we just
shown by McCartney Swears. Both of the horses and McCartney are trained by the Firelight Arabians. They should have a long ground covering trot, an easy rolling canter that allows them to travel great distances as if in a fox hunt. Their manes and tails are braided to keep them out from the rider's hands and free from getting tangled while the rider travels through the brambles and the bush on the countryside. Patriot V is a 6-year-old bay gelding who has won 28 regional titles, 2 national titles, and many show championships in his first 14 months of competition. He was also named United States Equestrian Federation 2013 Reserve National Champion, Arabian Hunter Horse of the Year. Just Breezen by is a 7-year-old bay mare who has multiple regional titles and was a 2013 Kentucky State Reserve High Point Hunter and Sport horse. She was ridden today by 11-year-old McCartney Swear, the reigning Region 14 Equitation Champion, which she won last summer right here at Firelight Arabians. Once again, here is the Arabian as a Hunter pleasure horse. Thank you, Champion V and Lord, and Champion Just Breezen by. McCartney. The next horse today are Sierra Midnight, demonstrating Western Sidesaddle, and Casanova, demonstrating Western Pleasure for the junior riders. 16-year-old Catherine Tate, riding the many-time champion Sierra Midnight, is demonstrating the Western Sidesaddle. Women used to have to ride Sidesaddle because it was considered unladylike to ride astride. Many times, a lady who was led by a groom, as a lady, again, was not considered capable of controlling a horse by herself. Today, the tradition is kept alive by the Arabian horse, and it is the only horse, breed left, that competes in this style of riding at breed shows. The bridle and saddle are adorned with great silver and jewels bronze. Catherine rides in a traditional apron with a western jacket. Sierra is a 12-year-old mare, and she and Catherine won 8 national titles last year, 6 different divisions. Sarah was also awarded the Supreme Legion of Honor for showing excellence by the Arabian Horse Association. She is only shown exclusively by talented 16-year-old Catherine Tate. They are trained in Firelight Arabians in Fisherville, Kentucky. Our Western horse, Casanova, and his young rider, John Garcia, are demonstrating the Western Pleasure Division for youth riders 13 years old and younger. John and Casanova were regional reserve champions. They also won championships for first places in Western Pleasure, Hunter Pleasure, and Halter. They are trained by Vista Equestrian Center in Equestrian, Tennessee. Casanova is also shown by John's grandmother in an adult amateur Western Pleasure class. Casanova and Sierra show the true versatility of the Arabian breed as a show horse and a true family horse. Thank you, Western Long Trot Champion Casanova and John and Catherine, the multi-champion Sierra Midnight, our Western Sidesaddle horse.
little horses that crossing over too. See how you take it.
Our next horse is Augustera Bay, a 9-year-old bay mare, ridden by 13-year-old Brindley Swears. Augustera is trained by Firelight Arabians, and today they are showing the Arabian show hack. The show hack division requires a highly trained horse that has been taught to perform 10 different gaits both ways in the arena. They are judged on their quality of gaits, fancy upright carriage, beauty and ease of execution. The horse must be of extreme quality as well. The outfit is called a Shadabelly, and it's a black coat with tails, white breeches, top hat, and white gloves. Something that David Davis said he would never wear. That's right. Augustera Bay is a show and regional winner in show hack, sport horse under saddle, and hunter pleasure. Brindley rides this talented mare today for her owner, Claudia Duncan of Utica, Kentucky. Brindley has been riding for 5 years and is trained by Firelight Arabians. She competes in hunter pleasure, sport horse, show hack, sport horse under saddle, and in hand on several of the horses at Firelight Arabians. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arabian show hack, Augustera Bay and Brindley Swears. All right, here is Diamonds of Fire, a 7-year-old Bay Arabian stallion, and Jennifer Henderson. She is demonstrating a country pleasure horse with his fancy upright neck, animated trot, and the grace and elegance of a fine mount. Horses are ridden this way in Europe for centuries, to church and family gatherings to show off their owners' finest horses. They prefer to show up to parties on a high-stepping horse with kind of a status symbol. The outfit worn was a man's finest suit, tails, top hat, and gloves. Today, the country pleasure horse has to be upright and animated, but also quiet, mannerly horse that looks like a pleasure to ride. Diamonds of Fire is just starting his show career. It was a 2013 regional reserve champion country pleasure horse and collected 3 national titles last fall. His rider is 23-year-old Jennifer Henderson. She is a nationally awarded rider and has been competing since she was 4 years old. She shows in hunter pleasure, show hack, English pleasure, halter, Sidesaddle, country English pleasure, show horse, sport horse under saddle, and sport horse in hand on 4 different horses, all the way to the national level. Both Jennifer and Diamond trained at Firelight Arabians. Thank you, Jennifer, and the country English pleasure horse champion, Diamonds of Fire. Next we have our endurance, our long-distance horse. You know, folks, Arabians excel in the sport of endurance, and because of their sturdy legs and feet, their larger heart, bigger nostrils, and shorter back, this makes them the best suited breed of horse to go the distance. We present to you today Cindy Young and Lord of Kings, finally known as Bandit, a 13-year-old black Arabian gelding. Cindy has competed in the sport of endurance riding since 1994 with a total career mileage, this is amazing, of 4,235 miles. This is only Cindy's second endurance horse. Bandit's total career miles to date are 2,505 miles. Would that get us to warmer weather, Cindy? He's been entered in 60 rides with 54 completions and 6 best in conditions. In the sport of endurance, horses have to be at least 4 years old to compete in the 25-mile races and 5 years old to compete in the 5 to 100-mile races. During the races, the horses go through veterinarian checkpoints. They are monitored for soundness, metabolics, dehydration, and overall condition. The horse with the best time at passing the final vet inspection will win the race. Endurance racing can be found all over the United States, Canada, and internationally. The American Endurance Riders Conference, or AERC, is the governing body of the sport. There are also many local clubs like the Danube Blue Districts Riders right here in Kentucky, which sponsor and put on rides for people to compete in. You can ride in these races recreationally or all the way to the national level and compete for the coveted national and regional distance awards. Thank you, champion distance horse, Lord of Kings and his rider, Sidney Young of Spring Stable in Fisherville, Kentucky. S Just Elegant is our next horse coming in. She is an 8-year-old Bay Arabian mare, and elegant she is. She has been shown in Halter today by Danny Thompson, owner and trainer of Bella Vista Equestrian Center. She is trained to trot in hand with a free-flowing big trot to show off her movement, quality of gait, and the beauty and carriage of the Arabian horse. She then will stand in a trained hard pose so she can be judged on her conformation and correctness. The halter horse should have a high set neck, fairly level top line, straight legs, and a short back. Comparatively large hooves and a high tail carriage. Her face should be beautiful and have a lot of Arabian type. She should have a wide forehead, narrowing down to a small, refined muzzle, a disc profile, elegant tipped ears, big dark eyes, large nostrils, and a charismatic look. S Just Elegant is a many-time regional and show champion in halter, and he trains horses in halter, driving hunter pleasure, English pleasure, western pleasure, sport horse, and show act. Beautiful horse. Thank you, Danny. Let's give a big thank you to the beautiful thoroughbred Arabian. That's Just Elegant and Danny Thompson. Is our pleasure driving horse Premier, SCA, and Danette Thompson of Bella Vista Equestrian Center. You know, driving was the way America got around in the early days. Horses were taught to pull plows, wagons, carriages. They were transportation for everything that had to be done. The horses would work on the farm all week. They would get cleaned up and hooked up to the family's carriage to go to church and to parties on Sunday. The wealthy had a separate horse just for this purpose and wanted high-stepping, fancy horses for all of their upscale occasions. The high society wanted to arrive in style, to always look their best, and their horses were a symbol of their place in society. Today, we keep this tradition alive in the show ring with high-stepping driving horses of superb quality. They are judged on quality of gaits, brilliant attitude, manners, overall beauty, and conformation. Our driving horse here today, Premier, has 2 national awards in halter and is a regional winner in country English pleasure, driving, native costume, show hat, and halter. Is a great example of how an Arabian can be versatile within the saddle seat divisions. They are trained at Bella Vista. And thank you very much for Premier SCA and Danette for showing us today the Country Pleasure Driving Horse. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, folks at Firelight Arabians of Louisville, Kentucky, and Bella Vista Equestrian Center of Eagleton, Tennessee, are proud to show you these beautiful horses and riders. To learn more about them, Visit the commercial booth on the mezzanine level and pick up information on the beautiful Arabian horse. Everyone is invited to come and meet and greet these beautiful animals and talented riders right now in the exhibition at Bar 23 at the end of the arena. Thank you all today for participating in this demonstration and learning about the beautiful, gentle Arabian horse. Let's give a big thank you as they exit. First up, Premier SCA and Dan Thompson. And once again, how about a round of applause for S. Just Elegant and Danny Thompson. Your endurance horse, Lord of Kings and Cindy Young. The beautiful Diamonds of Fire and Jennifer Henderson. Awesome, Augusta Bay and Wrigley Swears. Sidesaddle and Western Pleasure, Sierra Midnight and Catherine Tate, and Casanova with John Garcia. Another round of applause, Patriot B and Lori Henderson, Just Breezing By and McCartney Swears. And finally, Tamara Emissary and Michaela Taylor. Thank you to Firelight, Arabians, and Bella Vista Equestrian Center. A big round of applause. And Tamara Emissary and Michaela make their way out of the arena.